Mr. Nile.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
Y'all
Good.
gonna get to meet my hubby in Florida.
Excellent. About time. He exists, huh? He's real.
He's
That's really
real.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, we're live, and let's let everybody in, shall we?
Okay.
All right, hello, everyone. Welcome to our overview call on Brainfood education, where we're taking education to the homes and bringing teachers via online connectivity and changing the way that kids can get education and access to state-of-the-art curriculum, and also how we can gain advantages again by proper education and everything that we're doing here. So I'll have Sheila go into that a little bit more here. Want to welcome stuff here. Here's the format of today. I'm going to give you an overview of how we got here, where we're going, and then I'm going to have Sheila come on and talk about the teacher program, and then we can do some Q&A if we have some new teachers and stuff coming on. We're doing this every Wednesday. This is going to be an ongoing invite for parents to come on. In the very short weeks, we will actually start taking on pre-enrollments of families into the program. It's $99 a month. They'll be able to sign up for $1 during the pre-launch. They'll sign up for $1, and we're not going to start charging until the August classes in August. Redundant. Okay, so classes are going to start August this year. The curriculum's all being formatted, loaded up into our training system, which we're very excited about. Our Zoom rooms are phenomenal, and we have a way to track everything so that the kids are getting proper education and tracking for that education. And we're also building archives of the classes so they can catch a replay if they missed it, or go back and review it on certain days. And this will all be fully explained, but the pricing for the system is something I get a lot of questions on, and we're about to have our whole price sheet out, but I'll walk you through it. A family up to 10 users, so a family of 10, is $99 a month for the family access to all the curriculum. However, the online classes are $109 for grades. Kindergarten we do for free. 1 through grade 8 is $109. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, what we would call the high school years, are $129 because they get extra classes. So, and that's a monthly fee. Now, I'm going to go over some really cool things about this. In addition to our classroom attendance and that, we also are backed by a tutoring company that we established that in 2017, and that tutoring company is going to be behind our tutoring processes and stuff as well. So kids not only have access to the live interaction with the teachers and the curriculum, but if they need extra help, we have a tutoring program behind it. Now, obviously, that's going to cost more, but this is where it gets really interesting. We are established as a charter school, and we are doing everything by state so that we can tap into the funds for the family. So a lot of cases, they can get access to revenues or an allotment. And some states, they get like a credit card they use to pay for the education. That will work with our system. And we're getting everything set up by state, so that as we take the students on in that state, we give them access to as much government funding as possible. And this is a very big process. We are an online education platform, but we're confined. We are going to be working as necessary corporate-wise with every state to allow the access to the funds to be available. And we're going to be educated on that. And some states have a very awesome platform. There's enough funds that it can work out for the education purposes, including computers and everything else. Some are very specific or particular where the money goes. And we're going to be educated on all these things as we get going. And in some states, believe it or not, have no access for this yet, but there's lobbying going on, and we think a lot of the rules are going to change that direction. But we made it extremely affordable so that families can do this and have access to private education that we're going to be offering. But there is a lot of access to government funding, and we're going to help everybody to be knowledgeable about it and get going on it. It's going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun. And I mean that because we are going to be impacting. When you're impacting the world, it's fun. And the way that we have things structured for the teachers, they get paid their worth. they can make an exceptional amount of money to actually do what they're doing. And, I think everybody's always argued that teachers have been underpaid. And I even found in some universities, I actually thought professors got paid a lot of money. When I talked to someone and found out what they got paid, my jaw dropped to the floor, not in amazement, but almost in utter disgust. You see how much people are paying to go to these schools. So we have we are a for-profit. In some states, we're going to be registered as a nonprofit. There's different things we have to do, but we're entrepreneurial and capitalist behind this. So we understand we have to make a profit. It has to be a solid business for everybody. But because of that, we can be ultra competitive, but we also have access to technologies that we have custom built for the education process that, quite frankly, the government doesn't really have, nor are they going to be innovative to do that. We've never seen government be innovative in solving things. We get to go out to the marketplace, solve this in the US, in Australia, and take it around the world. And because our curriculum is ours, it's an amazing curriculum. I've been going over it, and I got to tell you, I am so proud of what we have to offer. But let me go over the pricing. It's $99 for the family, regardless if it's one student or 10 students, up to 10 per family account. And everybody will then pay for their grade they have access to, whether it's $109 a month or $129 for the high school years, and that's per user. So if you've got 2 kids, you're paying the $100 or the $99 a month for the family access to the curriculum. And then if they're in elementary school or middle school, you're paying $109 each. So roughly $318, $317 to come in there. Now on the $99 a month, that access, we have a referral program. And I'm going to bring this up there because we know we're going to get a lot of referrals from our users. That's how we built things. We believe in referral marketing. If they refer one person, they're going to get credit for their education, the $99 a month, every 3 months. They refer two out of 3 months, they'll get credit. If they have 3 that are active and paying every month, they're going to get their $99 for free. Okay. Now in our ambassador program, they can earn money as they enroll other families, and they get paid on the monthly fees and the monthly training as well. And that's something we'll go into on the opportunity side. And it's extremely lucrative. So if they're helping us bring on families, the more families they bring on, the more ambassadors they help bring on more families, the more they're going to make. And we have other avenues of revenue that we tie into this. This is all under our direct-to-consumer ambassador program. This is us taking education direct to the consumer and putting it in a format that the kids can excel. And, there is attendance days, there's all these different questions we'll answer, but, we fortunately have some experts in homeschooling on board, and I'm going to bring our own Sheila on here in just a second, but I'll explain the compensation model for teachers. They basically receive upwards of 50 cents per kid per class. Our online classes, we've been testing this out. We max it out at 500 students live during that course. And that course is going to be anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes based on the curriculum, based on the age, based on the student. I rounded up to an hour and I go over the numbers, but they're going to get paid based on the attendance there. And if the teacher is liked and delivering well, she's going to have more, he or she is going to have a lot more students in attendance. The parents like the teacher, they get to go with that teacher. If they don't like that teacher, they can pick another one. They can go day by day if they want to and follow on the course. And we're charting that their attendance is there. They're following the curriculum. So it doesn't matter who's delivering the curriculum. We want the right teacher for the right kid. And we're vetting the teachers out appropriately and get going, but we're going to also be relying on supply and demand, because if the teachers are very popular, their classes will be full. If they're not that popular, they're going to have less. And then we know who to focus with, find out why their delivery is not working. We get to help solve issues in a grand scale. And I'll tell you, we want the education process to work the best for the student. And then we have the tutoring behind it. And I bring up the tutoring because even though there's an extra cost, in a lot of these states, there's government funding. It'll cover the tutoring as well. And so they can be tutored on the same course, the same structure, by awesome tutors that know the curriculum to help that student advance. And so we're just going to be solving all this. We get to market it, take it to the world, but we have an awesome opportunity to make a difference in something that by everybody's regard has been degrading. The education process especially in the US, I can tell you Australia, I can tell you after working there for a long time, the curriculum is outdated. the way they teach, the focus isn't on the main things to get out there. We want to really help make it a better education process and include things that the kids need to advance in life. There's a changing world, changing technologies, and we need to keep them up to par. And math, science, social studies, all the curriculums that are required, they're going to have, and they're going to have access to a lot of alternatives that they would not get in the normal school setting. I'm so excited to be doing this. So we're going to be covering more and more. Again, come here on the Wednesdays. When we're in a pre-launch of something this massive, it's really good to be part of it. We're getting everything signed off by the attorneys. And then as soon as I have the compensation structure where we can walk through this, that'll be presented. That's all coming here soon. We're on a ramp up because we want to start bringing people in the end of the month, first part of next month. So we have time to get new people involved as we roll out the curriculum in August. And one thing I'll bring up there is, we're going to be recording these sessions with the teacher, and what that offers is a long-term financial partnership. After the first year, we're going to have a whole year of curriculum done by that teacher in recorded classes, and those will be able for people to attend day by day as well, so that on the off season, during the vacation times, during the holiday times, students can catch up. Students can keep pressing forward, and the teacher is going to get compensated for every one of those recordings that are saw. So all these things are being put into place. This is a very awesome vehicle, and it's a win-win for everybody. All right, Sheila, I'll have you bring on some teacher stuff, and then we can go to Q&A.
All right, thank you, guys. This is exciting. I have been going over the resumes that we have turned in. I've been emailing some people and getting them to come to our Wednesday training. So if you do have a teacher that is interested either in the tutoring aspect or the teaching aspect, get them here on Wednesday. I have talked to a couple people and they weren't aware of the $59.95 fee, and just explain them that's just their teaching fee. That's where they are coming in to get all of their materials. They're getting their curriculum. That's where they're going to get their Zoom, also their information to be able to do their YouTubes for us to start our library, especially with the kindergarten. So that's where all their materials are. If they were in a regular school, they have different fees that they have to pay as a teacher. Same thing here. Just tell them that's their teacher fee, and they would need your non-join link. Now, according to Rory, as of right now, they can get in for the $59.95 and be grandfathered in. Once we go live, it's $250. You got your $200 and your $50 membership fee.
Correct.
So you want to get those people in now. Go ahead and explain to them exactly what it is. Get them here on Wednesday so that we can get them in. Get me their resume. I'm going to be I've actually started interviewing people. I got a couple of good ones that I'm probably going to get them on here next week and introduce you to them and just get it started. This is very exciting. If you haven't noticed, look at your TV every once in a while. I know with me, it's weird to sit down and watch TV, but even on radio, I've been hearing a lot of information about online school, charter schools. When we go live with the $1 fee for students, as soon as they register for that $1, they will have all the information for our school. Go ahead and apply for charter assistance. And that will cover your $99 fee for 12 months plus the schools. Most people will get, I know here in North Carolina, a private school first semester is $24,000 to $5,000. So, I mean, we are very under that big time. So if they get just the bare minimums, $2,400, that covers their school, for all 12 months. So make sure you get that in there. People's asking my contact information. I have a form. It's on my teacher page at the bottom of it that has the link for them to fill out their resume. It goes to a Google Doc that I actually have queued up so that it alerts me when I get a new one comes in, and I can automatically look at it. I have a team that looks through it with me to make sure I don't miss anything, to give me some feedback on it. So you want to make sure that you have that out there. It's my online teacher one. And you need to, for those of you that are in the Triple R program, you need to have your teacher page with that information in there, along with your non-ship link to get those teachers in there, and then have my form down at the bottom. And like Roy said, we had some questions last week. We got those answered. As he told you, if a student has their first week and they don't like any of their teachers, their next week, pick those same schedules with a different teacher. So you can go week to week with the different teacher until you find that perfect match. But we're going to try to keep our students from jumping around. That's why we're going to be doing those YouTube introductions for our teachers, so that you'll know that teacher, get to know their personality and see what grades they're going to be teaching. But that doesn't mean that you won't like their, there's just some people you don't mesh after a while. You try it and try it. Our program's going to allow you to go to a different teacher with that same program, and it may be a different time. So that's the good thing about this, is you get to select your schedule from week to week or month to month. We still will have the holidays off. We're still going to have the spring breaks just like a regular school. But if you choose not to, we're going to have people there. When school is over, after your 180 days, you're still going to be into the program. You're not going to jump out. That's where our tutorings are going to come in. So if you have a teacher that's, teaching full-time or even part-time, that's the great thing about our program is, say a teacher doesn't want to give up their credentials at their school. They want to do their 30 years or whatever. They can do this part-time and just come on board at select times for whatever program or whatever topic they want to teach. It's very flexible. I have teachers I've talked about that they're just teaching for insurance. Well, I need the insurance. Guess what? Get them in Savings Highway Global. Get them that insurance. We got all the bases covered. If they want to stay, they can stay where they are, do that part-time. If they want to come in and tutor, they can do that as well. If they want to come in full-time with gang, hit the ground running, we got that too. We can cover all the bases. We literally have everything in place. Daniel's got the curriculum and it is amazing. There's nothing that's going to be left on the table, guys. If they want to learn it, we have it. That's just plain.
And also, I got this question last week. Our IBO program that we have in Triple R 247, that's available for teachers as well. So that can help bring some income into them as we're building this. And you guys, the first year is going to be our fun year of building. And after that curriculum is set, that teacher is now set on a nice income stream in addition to what they do going forward. We're allowing them to build awesome business with us. But they're going to be a great partner. They can be part of everything that we have or just focus on the teaching. But, we want to make the world a better place and share our multiple streams of income that we have. That's what we are, guys. We're marketers and we're solving problems. And we stepped in to solve the education problem because we see a need for it. But also we created it as we built our tutoring program. We know what to do on this and we get to take it to the marketplace, and it's a direct to consumer solution. And we know we got to do it. We've got the manpower to support it. We've got the right vehicles, but we have all the technology to deliver this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we get to do it at a very competitive rate, so that here's the best part I like about it is when you see the funding that's available that people are using right now for like a current, like either a charter school or private school, that doesn't cover your tutors. Our program allows them to cover the tutors. So your kid literally gets a way better step up because there's nothing better than having tutors help your kid. Even if your kid's brilliant, it's one of those things. I'm going to go on a soapbox for 5 seconds. Maybe 15 seconds, maybe. But in Australia, it's a really good example. Every kid there wants a tutor. When you go to private school there, they actually, and who's your tutor? In the US, tutors have been taught as, oh, you're the dumb kid that gets a tutor. No, tutors are that's where the wealthy go. You want your kids to have the best education process. We only have so long they're in our care to get them through education and then send them on their way to life. We want them to excel. We want them to know what they need to know. We want them to be empowered. We get to put the hands of that back into the parents, but also because of where the funding is, instead of getting the education they're getting over here, they get our education, our tutoring, and we do it at such an amazing value because we're sized up that way. And the more you let that sink in, that's the story we get to tell everybody. It's extremely impressive. And we're going to help them find the money for the government. It's already being spent. They have access to it. And they just need to know what they need to do with that. And that's what we're putting into place. And we're going to make sure we're registered and set up in every state we need to the right way to give access to the most funds possible. And we all got to do this together.
Yeah. And that's why I say, guys, just check your state for funding for charter schools, funding for private school. Don't put homeschool in there because they do not fund for homeschool.
We're a homeschool solution, but we're a private school.
But we're a private school. So that's the game changer. Is we went from a charter from just plain homeschool to a charter and private school title, which allows you to get so much funding out there. So as soon as you get those students that want to come in for the dollar placement value, like I said, you'll have the school name, you'll have all the credentials that you'll need, so you can go ahead and start applying for those grants and everything else that's out there. All the special classes, we will get into those once the school gets up and running. We do have teachers for ESL. I'm telling you, I'm getting applications. I don't think there's going to be any subject or anything that we won't be able to cover.
Yeah, based on supply and demand, we get to run this, and that's the supply and demand makes everything work. It's capitalism at its finest. That's why it's there. But especially when you're paying teachers right, the word is going to spread. And we get to vet them in and if they're good teachers, they're going to build a great audience here. Yeah, it's different than the normal teaching job. This isn't a state job. This isn't, state benefits, but we have benefit packages. We've built this stuff and everything came at the right time as we launched this program. It's freaking phenomenal. And, we're going to just be pushing this out there, but classes will start and we'll start rolling stuff in there. It's going to be a little bit of a chicken and an egg as we get the word out there, but we're going to be broadcasting this out there and building the groups. And this is a huge solution that's needed around the world, let alone the US, but every military base, they need solutions like this, right? Especially the ones that are outside the US. We get to solve things. We just got to get the word out there. So that's why we just have always done very well with referral marketing. Everybody that's coming to here on the Wednesdays, keeping up to speed with it. We're going to be rolling this out there and all the other stuff that we do in market and social media and everything else. We're going to be putting a really big push on this. All right, Sheila, I don't know if we have any Q&As. Is there anybody has any questions that's here? This is what we do, a couple of minutes of Q&A, and then we'll do this every Wednesday. And I'll tell you, after this call, we get on with our global team. We're going to do the updates. We're gonna see some highlights of the curriculum. We get to see where the classroom stuff is set up. But you guys, we're getting really close. It's getting fun.
Yeah. If you got any questions, now's the time to answer or ask, and we'll get it answered as fast as we can. And if we don't have an answer, we'll get one for you by next training.
There you go, Lisa Grunwald.
All right, go ahead, Lisa.
Unmute. Okay, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I was just looking at, I live in Indiana. So I was just looking at Indiana. I pulled up funding for charter/private schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is there any kind of number or anything that a family would need in order to apply for some kind of assistance in paying for the school?
When they come in as a student and they get that placement for $1, they'll have all the school registrations numbers. So when they go to apply it, they'll ask for the school, they'll ask for the school ID code. That's where you'll put it in. It'll come in when they get that placement.
Okay, so it's after they sign up, basically.
Yeah, they have to sign up first because they have to have the school credentials to apply for any kind of funding.
Okay, all right. So, okay. So what, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like, the chicken or the egg. What if they wanted to see if they could get funding before they sign up?
You won't do it. You
Okay.
have to have a place for them to say, yeah, that's a valid school.
Okay. All
It's
right.
like-
I
yeah.
understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's like you go into a job and say, I want to work, and you pay me, or you pay me first, and then I'll decide whether I want to work. They're not going to do that. They got to see that you have applied for a valid school, and then they can do that.
okay. So, the $1, that's just for kindergarten grades, right?
No, the $1
No.
just for the placement.
The
That's your
placement. Okay.
placement.
Yeah,
Okay.
kindergarten is going to be free. We're going to be offering that as a free curriculum. We'll be broadcasting that on YouTube, different kindergarten classes and the curriculum, and that's like our free marketing. That's what we're going to be putting out to the world, so people see that we offer kindergarten. And obviously, we'll have our own little ad on there that says, to get access to our school for first grade through high school, come here. And this shows that's what we're going to use to market. That helps all of us market. And kindergarten, we want our curriculum out there in the open because we want people to get exposure to what we're doing. So that's kindergarten.
Okay.
They don't need to have a family account. Kindergarten is not a required class. You can go right to first grade and then and do the stuff. Kindergarten is recommended, but it's not required. Sheila?
Yes, that's true.
So we're going to offer that. We want them to go through our kindergarten class, but then we want them to obviously enroll. When the family enrolls, it's $99, but we're going to offer it for $1 up until August, so we can get people in and ready to go.
Okay, got it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, Tom.
Okay, I was just wondering for clarification, when we're sending them in to do their resume, you want a referral code. What again is our referral code?
No, there's not a referral code in my page, and I posted it in the chat. At the bottom is a link. I need you guys, when you're creating your page, to copy that link because it goes to a Google Doc that I have set up that's just for resumes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. They don't need anything. Everything is there for them to fill out in that resume form.
Well, something happened. Yeah, I have that link, but I thought there was some place they needed to do a referral code when they're filling out who recommended them. How do you know they're coming from us?
Yeah, on the referral code, yeah, they need to just put your name, whoever referred them. So
the
if you told
referral
somebody,
code would just be the name, not the DTCA ID
code.
number?
No, all they need to do is put the person's name. There's nothing that they need to put anything like that. Just the person that referred them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Wendy.
Are you only considering teachers with a 4-year degree, or will you consider those with experience but have not yet gotten the degree but is going to school?
Right now, we are taking those that have degrees. As the need arises, we will reevaluate and take resumes for those that are either in training or have experience. But right now, until we get it going, we need people with the degree and in the teaching field.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now for the tutors, we're going to be talking about, but as far as I know, for tutoring, we are taking like maybe second and third year college students for tutoring, but we will be clarifying that. No, they don't need to be certified teachers. It helps, but they do need a 4-year degree and teaching experience. All right, Corey.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
I basically want to say is that I've been teaching for 10 years, but I've been tutoring for like 15.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to know is what is the maximum number of students? I mean, I like small classes. So I can make sure.
This is all going to be online. So our maximum limit is 500 for online students. Your tutoring, you choose how many tutor people you want. So
I'll speak up on the tutoring. The tutoring, we're going to have a very small group or one-on-one. We'll offer both pricings. That's how we do it now. Like max is like 4. Usually you might have 2 kids you tutor at the same time. Sometimes that's more effective, but a lot of times, one-on-one is what we're going to be talking about. And that's a whole different program.
Yep.
We'll be rolling that out. We're getting the main education out there, and then we're going to back in with our expertise in the tutoring. So that's a great thing that we'll be covering. So again, these Wednesdays, we'll be keeping that up to date.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You bet.
And students can ask questions. They can raise their hand. The teacher will have full controls over the Zoom room. So just how you raise your hands when you have a question, students will be allowed to do that. And again, like depending on the curriculum or the class subject, they might have only a 10-minute, 20-minute actual class, and then the rest of it could be like study time, depending on how the teacher wants to teach it. That's the good thing about our program is once the teacher gets the curriculum, they have carte blanche to actually teach it according to their teaching style. As long as the information gets conveyed to the student, and they pass their teaching certifications and their testing, then everything is above board. The teacher will have the curriculum, they will study it, and then based on their personality, they will teach that subject their style. Okay. Miss Tammy.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, great. I was trying to figure it out. All right, so when I redo your page,
Mhm.
where on my page would I put your page? I haven't heard anybody say where that should go yet.
Yeah, so you'll get my page. Rory posted it again, and you will basically rewrite it. You'll modify it, but at the very bottom where it says submit resume, there's a button. You're going to copy that link and put it at the bottom. That way it doesn't go away from your information.
Okay, but where does the category, under which category do I put that?
It's a floating page right now. There's no specific category right now. We'll probably make one later. Rory will let us know if we're going to put it in the menu, but right now just let it float.
All right.
I created a menu page on Saturday for the education. So if you go to 1f16.com, you'll see an example of the education and career development. We started adding it. We're going to be doing a lot more in the next coming weeks, but that's the initial one that's there. And probably I'll add another, some other twist to this as we get our links. We're going to be able to start enrolling people probably the first part of May, and that's when we'll actually start marketing the links. But we're going to have graphics to start promoting this out there, to start getting friends and family aware, and also social media aware. Anybody with a kid needs to look at this. And in the atmosphere and the climate today, people are actually considering homeschool that never did it before. The problem is, right, most parents aren't equipped to teach. Exactly. And we get to give them a solution where their kid can be trained in school or get their school, but in the comforts of home, on their computer system, under watchful eye of mom and dad, but with a proper teacher teaching the curriculum that's an expert. They get the expert attention. And that's the most important part. And it's so much more flexible. So the family can travel, they can do different things. The kid can stay in school, but the kid doesn't have to go to school to be in school. They can do it from home in a safe environment. And that's what we're targeting. We're targeting, a very broad selection. Primarily will be Christian families. It's going to be people that are looking to really raise their kids from home and protect them from what's happening in the schools. It's where things are going, and we get to offer a solution. And I'm getting nothing but backup support from everybody I tell about this. They all think we're onto something, and that's where it's at. Lucille, haven't heard from you for a bit. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome.
I think you answered my question. I was going to ask if we were going to get links for the education and teachers page, but I think you said we're in May.
Yeah, you're going to have all that here. That's the next rollout phase, is the enrollment and the sign up pages for that. Yes.
Thank you.
You bet, Lucille. Danielle Kreitz. Danielle.
Can you unmute Danielle?
And we'll stop after Melissa because we got to get on to the other call. So Danielle. Okay, Danielle, we'll come back to you. Let's go to Melissa. Melissa.
Yes, teachers can apply for IBO, Amelia.
Yes. Hi, will there be an opportunity for RNs to teach a health care class, health information class?
We're going to have a health and physical ed program in the curriculum. So if the teacher, if you have a 4-year degree and that's the class you want to teach, then yes, we can put you in there and that'll be your one class that you teach. So yeah, of course, because we are going to have health and physical ed in there, in that curriculum. So if we have nurses, doctors that want to come in and teach that one class for those grades, submit your resume. and put in there, that's the class you want to teach.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We're gonna offer some amazing stuff. And the thing about it is we can make it so broad too. We can, this is so awesome. It's so awesome.
That's what I'm trying to, I want to convey to you guys. If you're a teacher, you don't have to be like you were in school and teach every subject that you're qualified to teach. If you want to be specific and say, I just want to teach 3rd grade English, or I want to teach 7th grade math, or I want to teach 10th grade, pre-calculus, that's what you put in there and teach at every spot that you have available. If you want to teach multiple grades and multiple subjects, you can do that too. If you have a specialty that you want to teach on, then by all means say, hey, when you do your resume, put that in there. This is my specialty. This is what I want to teach. And then when we do the actual schedule and present it to our teachers, then that's where you put it in there. All subject and curriculums will be added. So if we have a teacher that has a specialty or an elective, like the drama and the music and chorus and things like that, we will put those in there as it is needed. All right, Danielle, you ready now? She was on a second ago.
I know. Danielle.
Are you having technical difficulties?
She walk away. All right. Well, we got to go over to the other stuff. It's not letting unmute.
Okay.
Hit the space bar, Danielle. Okay. Do you want to type your question out, Danielle? Can kids get started before August? We're not going to have our classes open till August. We're actually running to get on that deadline. I feel we're going to hit it, but we're not going to probably have anything start sooner. If we start anything sooner, it'll be the kindergarten rollouts. We'll start doing the kindergarten classes because kindergarten is that's something that can just be on a big channel. People can catch the replays. We're just going to use that to broadcast who we are, what we're about, highlight the teachers. That we're going to start up sooner. But, I've had the same question too. They're like, I want to put my kid in this program now. And the thing about our program, like homeschool, they can get started. Our teachers are going to start the curriculum on a certain day and go forward. But after the first year of all the recording set up, anybody can hit that grade when they're ready to. When they graduated from the 1st grade, they can start the 2nd grade the next day because the recordings are there. And so we can move them along. It'll all be coming together, guys. All right. God bless. See you guys next Wednesday. See you on the rest of trainings. We have a killer training tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. And then obviously we do the Saturday trainings. You guys, we're in full motion on this. Thanks for being part of it. Catch up on the Wednesdays as we roll things out. And yeah, I think every grandparent wants to look at this. And you know what? There's a lot of grandparents that are raising the kids these days. And if you can put them in the school where you're overseeing it, that makes you a superstar. Teachers engaged. You just got to make sure the kids are paying attention. Yeah. And you guys, we're going to solve things. It's going to be, the timing in the world is just right. And we'll knock out America. We'll knock out North America. We'll knock out, all these other countries, bring the talents on, and we all got to be part of it in the opportunity of it too. I mean, this is a capitalistic enterprise. God bless.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right, Sheila, see you next week.